Hey guys, what's up? And my battery is dying. Every time I go to film, I swear to God, my battery is dying. So I'm going to try and get through this and hopefully it doesn't die. And if it does... So, I am back with another Tinder story. And I know you guys are probably thinking, like, do you just go on every bad date there is possible? And the answer is no, because I do go on a few dates, and some of them are actually nice guys. Some I just don't click with. Some we're just like, oh, we're better as friends. Some I actually go on a second date with. But some just turn out to be douchebags, just like this one. And I'm sorry for the lighting. The sun is hiding behind the clouds and it's going to go in and out like this. So hopefully it doesn't annoy you. I hope it just stays like this. We'll cross our fingers. So as always, I matched with this guy on Tinder, and he looked familiar, and so I scrolled down to see that we had mutual friends, and one of the mutual friends was actually one of my really good friends. So I was like, okay, if he's friends with her, maybe he's okay. So, we started talking, whatever, and he invited me to go with him to a party. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I'm not really into going to parties just because I have anxiety, like social anxiety, and I don't really like to talk to people. I like to talk to my dogs, and that's about it. So I asked my friend, our mutual friend, I asked if she knew him, and she was like, yeah, I don't know him personally, but he's always at the same parties I'm at, and they go to the same college together. So I was like, okay, he's in college, maybe he's got his shit together, he seems like a cool guy. Let's see where this goes. And when he asked me to go to this party, my friend said that she was going to the same one, so I knew if anything went wrong, I could just go with my friend, and just leave that suck-ass fool by himself. So I've said it before, but I usually don't like to drive with people I don't really know. I'm just not comfortable. I guess that's just the anxiety part of me. But I usually drive myself places or take an Uber somewhere if I'm going to drink. And the place where the party was taking place was not too far from where I lived. It was too far to walk, and I didn't want to get an Uber for that short of drive and waste money on that. So he offered to pick me up, which I said, okay, whatever. So he picks me up, I get in the car, and it's really nice conversation. We're talking like we have known each other for ever. We're bullshitting back and forth. And he just seemed like a really cool guy, but don't they all? So we get to the party, and it is straight up poppin'. Is that a word kids use? I don't know. So I seen my friend, I said hi and talked a little bit with her, but then I went back with this guy because we're just gonna call him Logan, because I hate saying this guy over and over. I go back to Logan because I felt like he asked me to go to this party with him. I felt like I had to hang out with him, obviously. So he wanted to play beer pong with his friend, so I sat by and watched. So I actually catch him checking this girl out in the corner of the room. He just kept glancing over at her. She was with a few other dudes and a couple girls. And I was like, what is he checking her out? I mean, that's cool, we're not together or anything, but when you're on a date, should you really be checking out other girls? I mean, I don't know. So I didn't think anything of it. I just chugged, a few more beers, was chilling by myself, watching this fool play beer pong. And then that girl that he was checking out and one of her friends came over to actually play beer pong against them because they had won. So I've never really been to a college party, and I don't know if all parties are like this, but halfway through the game, to kind of distract, people distract the other players, by saying something, by screaming or whatever. These girls decided to flash these boys. They didn't go, full titties out or anything. It wasn't nothing like that. They pulled up their shirt, but they had their bras on. They didn't lift their bras up with them. But I was just kind of I mean, I guess that's fine. Whatever. So the game finally ended, and they won. Logan's team won, and he wanted to go out and dance, and I was like, okay, that's fine, let's go dance. My friend actually came out there with us. We're on the dance floor, we're getting it, we're you know dancing. And this fool wanted to grind on me, and I don't like that shit. I don't know it. I'm just uncomfortable with it. Especially I just met you, and I'm just you're gonna grind your dick all up on me. That's a no-no. So I told my friend, I was like, yo, can we like go to the bathroom or something so this fool will stop trying to grind on me? And she's like, yeah, let's go. And so I like, first of all, the line was friggin' like out the house, literally. So it took between like 20 to 30 minutes to get into the bathroom because it was so long. It was ridiculous, which is another reason why I don't like going to college parties. There's too many girls that have to go to the bathroom. So we got out, you know, we're chilling, we're hanging out, whatever. And then I lose him at one part, and he I literally can't find him. And I was just like, I'm gonna stop looking. You know, I'm a little drunk. I'm a little tipsy. So I'm chilling with my friend, hoping like he'll pass by and like show up and pop his face up out of somewhere. And like it never happened. The party finally like started to die down a little bit, and people left. And he comes up with his friends, and each one of them has their arm around a girl, and so does he. He has his arm around that girl that flashed him and that he was staring at that whole time. So this is what triggered me. He comes up and he's like, hey, so you got a ride home, right? And I was like, what? He's like, you can get a ride home from your friend or something, right? And I was like, F you and have a nice day, sir. And I turned around and I walked away, and I was just like, how are you gonna bring me to a party and leave with another girl? Like, whatever. The freaking nerve of this fool, though. I mean, whatever. He was really cute, but he was a douchebag. So I found a ride home from one of my friend's friends, and I get home, and the next morning I get a text message from Logan. So the text message says, hey, I'm sorry about last night. I was only really using you to get my ex jealous, and that's who I left with. And he's like, I'm sorry, but we could still be friends though. And I just sent back no. And that was it. And I was done with him. Yeah. I also found out later that he was in a frat, which explains why he was a douche, because the frat guys around here are freaking douches, and I'm not exaggerating. So there you have it. There is another bad Tinder date story, whatever you want to call it. If you guys ever want to hear like a Tinder date gone good, I mean, I could do those because I do have a couple of them. I just don't think that they're like as exciting and as filled with drama as the bad dates are. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for new videos every week is what I try to do once every week. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do have a life out of this, and it's kind of hard to post, but I will also be going back to Pacific Grove in December. So I might be actually trying to do like a vlog while I'm there. I know I did music video type vlogs in the past, which you guys can go check out on my channel if you want. But I might actually vlog there just to try and see how vlogging would go. I mean, my life is pretty boring, but since I'm going somewhere, maybe I'll try it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.